word go baby. I mean, it's a person you've just met.
I think they think that vile tu unaweza bembeleza mtoi umwambie shika sweetie, you know, things like that. Maybe calling you babe will soften your heart, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Let's just put it out there.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's simply as, can you call your mom honey pie? Hello everyone, my name is Martha and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I hope you're doing well, of course, and keeping safe and abstaining as usual, as long as you are single, please. Anyways, muko poa, mi niko poa, and I'm so glad to have you here. Today I'm graced with beauties in my show. I mean, and of course, ukiona tu kwa show, the beauties and brains, the few remaining on earth. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Eva Maguti, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you, Eva.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Joanna Jerry. I go by the name Dureti. Yeah, and I'm excited to be back. Yes.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Grace Kibe, and I'm so glad to be here.
Wow. Thank you, girls. I mean, beauties, mi baka nasikia kama na melt, but well. We shall do this. So today we're having some girl talk, and of course that is why we have ladies on the bench, if not on the couch. So we're going to do something interesting, and this is basically speaking out our hearts as ladies, and of course men. We are mainly pointing to you as we talk to fellow ladies. So today we are interestingly going to discuss something you men need to know. You know how to pursue, you love the pursuit, but sometimes you do it wrong, sometimes you do it right. And we want to tell you from our perspective, because we're the ones who receive. What do you do wrong when it comes to the pursuit stage? And I want these ladies, of course, they represent already a whole big percentage. Ukiona watatu, hata mmoja ni enough. So these people will tell us many of these things we do wrong, and I know they're going to start off. So dive in.
Yeah. Thank you, Martha. And I feel like I will dive right into it, starting off with what guys do wrong in pursuit. And I always feel like one of the things that puts me off or is not really interesting is when a guy puts up a show that he cannot maintain while in pursuit. And you find that for the first maybe weeks, months, I don't know how long they enjoy the chasing thrill, yeah, it becomes like they're a whole totally different person. And probably as a lady, I will believe that person, I will believe in that lie until there comes a time they get tired. And unknowingly or knowingly, they cannot maintain that character they put up. So the real man in him comes out, or the boy in him, and it now becomes a nasty show. It becomes messy. So in pursuit, I think from the very beginning, men should like show us the real them, yeah, so that we will know what we are up against or in for, yeah.
So in short, being yourself is attractive
It
in
is.
its own, more than really putting up a show.
It is.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, twende kazi.
I think one of the things I can say, and it's kind of out of experience, is they have already judged you in a certain way. Maybe unajua mse akiona maybe you are really bubbly with friends, they are not giving you that time and chance to show them like the real you, you know. So you get, if you do something and they did not expect it, it ends up becoming a bit of either a deal breaker or you end up in an argument. Even before like getting to dates and things like that. Kumbe unakuanga hivi. Like, I mean, we just met and we've known each other maybe for a few days. Now you've already judged me like Eva is this way. Or something just happened and some part of me showed up. Now instead of embracing that, I'm being condemned for it, you know. So definitely that's a deal breaker, because you can never say, even like for you now that you're married, like you can never say you fully know your person. There are sides of him that will come that you're like, oh, so this is what happens when this happens, you know. So for me, I can say one of the things that really don't work with me. Once you prejudge me, I'm done.
And you definitely know when they're prejudging you.
And it's very, I mean, it quite puts me off. The fact that you can tell me unakuanga hivi, I'm like, kwani nimedu? As in, this is me, and I love me that way. Yeah, so in short, if you can't deal with it, then walk on.
Walk out.
Yeah. Yeah, Madam Grace, we can see unawaka.
When like he says, yo, if you're not into it, just go on. Let them work for some time and let's do this, you know. So for me, I would say, number one, I would say, actually, I always tell my friends, if you know you cannot maintain your way with a person, don't introduce it to her. Don't. It's very simple. You know, if you know, dressing ule msi anapenda kupelekwa Kempiski, you know, and you know that when msi wa I mean, don't try and impress her. Na unaji. You know, if you have that 100 bob, no, Gracie wants 1,000. Just tell her, you know, yeah, Gracie, I really like you, but yo, you know, this is what I can manage. If Gracie, nasikia kwa sawa, well and good. If not, so point me, boys, men, gentlemen, please, we're really begging our ladies. If you cannot maintain the vibe from day one,
Don't introduce it.
Let it go. Just leave the girl alone. Another person will come, whoever she serves ama mwenye na at least wanapelekana vizuri, no. Hakuna haja kujitesa tu impress msichana. I mean, there are good girls out there, walidi yako. So don't stress.
Basically, beginning to let it flow. The fact that we grow from friendship to intimacy, wacha ikwe natural. Let there be no much of a show. And of course, that show will come to the fact that I want to show them that this is who I am so that they can get into. And you know, you can maintain that vibe. So it's important to really, and I really like that. Being yourself is very attractive. And you really need to accept that. Yeah, so to more of these things.
Yeah, there are still many other things that guys do, and I feel it's wrong while in pursuit. And one of the things that I've always pointed out, and I still haven't figured out an answer, is guys' response to rejection. And by rejection, I mean there are guys that will approach, you know, for instance, the guy that proposes, I cannot take you to Kempinski, I can only take you to a certain place. And I feel like there's some ladies who are like, no, I can't. Nimesuffer too much, like I don't do it. I literally watched a show where the lady was like, first thing while dating a guy was like, uko na gari, juu kama huna, nimesuffer so much. No. So I feel like now when you tell a guy that, they become offended and they become harsh, kind of. And we were talking earlier, and Grace was like, it's a sign of immaturity, and it actually puts off a person. Sisemi watu waende, like ladies waende tu watu wako na gari, hapana. Personally, I'd roll with a person without a car. But you see, now if it comes to a point you're becoming offended by the mere fact I said no, that's the wrong way to go about it.
Very true.
Yeah.
You can be hurt, but you don't need to be offended. Because it's very hurtful to really be rejected. But again, being offended to the point of even making me feel bad about it is not really acceptable.
And just to add on that just a minute, I would say, as gentlemen, if a girl just rejects you for some reason, maybe for one or two reasons, there's no need to be rude. Don't use names, you know. Just walk out slowly, quietly, just leave, you know. Just tell her, well, if this is what you've decided, you see, not gonna work with me. It's okay.
As long as the lady also respects the man, because the people who also do it so badly. So if the lady has done it so well, then you don't really need to make it bad. You just need to comfortably, because you never know. You never know. In the next 2 years, maybe you'll be back to the same person, and maybe they will be the best suited person.
Come around,
So why, or you'll even love somebody who you realize kumbe hata ni mutual friends with them. How would you even feel when you left that way? So secure your place well.
I think one of the other things that really is a concern is when we talk about a guy trying to set up rules, you know, on how you should deal with each other. In terms of, mimi natakanga dem anafanya hivi na hivi na hivi. You understand? It maybe it's a side of you that doesn't really work for you. Like, I can give you several examples. Like, you're trying to vibe with someone, then they tell you, I just want someone who will come, who will vibe, then get married, wash my clothes, I'll bring money, I can make money. You know? And maybe I want to explore my career and things like that. Or they'll tell you, maybe my ladies, I have to check their phone. I can't trust you like this. You know, putting you in, like giving you rules. Like they'll ask you. I was talking to a friend earlier on, and I was telling her that we were vibing with some guy. Then he started questioning me, what's your opinion on partners checking each other's phones? I was like, I've never seen my mom check my dad's phone for like almost 25 years. They've lived together, so she trusts
I don't expect you
so
to check.
That is, first of all, it's invasion of privacy. Then, if I trust you, I think you're mature enough to know that you should not break that trust. So, for you to put rules for me, I think it's more of crossing a line. I think, and for me, it's a deal breaker, like big time.
It shows a lot of selfishness because this person is coming in with needs and a lot of wants. I mean, why don't you just...
There's a life I have, and I expect you to respect it as a person. So you can't put me in this cage of, Eva, you need to behave this way. You need, even if we are vibing, you need to be telling me this and this and this. You need to be, these are the kind of things I should be knowing about you, which... I think it's too much even on pursuit side, but there are men who actually do that like from the get-go.
Yes. Wow, time is really flying, but of course we can still talk about a few more things. But basically there's something we had mentioned that I really want you ladies to speak openly about. How do you feel when a man who's not your boyfriend and is trying to maybe woo you and he's already calling you sweet names? How is that? Because it's become, because in this current generation, men are actually, men, I mean, mnafanya mpaka na shrub. It's so painful. But well, you find men, or rather, nowadays even ladies call each other so many, good names. But again, it's because we have some mutual consent in it that we feel comfortable, because I don't even call every other lady the same, you see. So you find a man out of nowhere just calls you sweetie, and you're like, what's up, So how do you feel about that?
I was reading somewhere, I think it was a meme or this motivational, no, it was a meme, definitely. They were like, don't call me baby if we are not in a relationship. That is like kind of an emotional rape. I don't want that, by the way. Even when we're dating, there are names that are just so common.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is using them. No, don't call me that. First of all, am I a baby? Am I a baby? Like, that was a baby, not a baby, man.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it narrows down to consent, And for me, if I meet a guy today and they're already calling me baby tomorrow, for me, it's, and especially if they seem really serious about it, a red flag.
I know, right? How do you feel about it, Grace?
Yeah, Grace.
I think that is too much too soon. Much too soon. Why should you start calling the person that you're interested from the word go baby? I mean, it's a person you've just met for God's sake. So please, no, don't do that.
Yeah, it's simply as, can you call your mom honey pie? As in, the fact that you have a boundary when it comes to such relationships, respect every other relationship because they are on that level. If I can't be calling my mom, there are those people who are comfortable because it's in their culture. But for me, my mom would be like, what are you saying? How many to see? It's inappropriate. So yeah.
I think it comes from when, if you are in a relationship and it's going well, if your boyfriend calls you baby, you feel butterflies and all that.
Yeah, the context.
But I think they think that vile tu unaweza bembeleza mtoi, umwambie shika sweetie, things like that. Maybe calling you babe will soften your heart, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Let's just put it out there.
It's disgusting.
Because nowadays,
it's irritating.
Yeah.
It's so irritating. You're like, God, if you just stop. It's like you meet someone today and tomorrow they're like, I love you.
Well, I ever posted that, and guys were like, "There is love at first sight."
But it's not about you. It's also about that other person. You take them slowly. You've loved me, have I? So if I'm not in the same level, then get to me first. We begin the journey together. You can't just take me too fast. It's like making a bus fly, isn't it?
Okay, and there is the universal term mama. You guys haven't
That one. Hiyo kwanza.
like that aspect when it actually set in, like mimi hata ungeniita mama hata ningekupulizia.
But I mean, it's only for that person you've connected with, not anyone. So yeah, it's very irritating and inappropriate. I feel we can talk about this, but it is a very inappropriate thing for me. Please call me the respectable names you can call me.
Call me my name.
Yes. Sometimes I also feel dear is a bit kuna venye lakini najua imeitikiwa somehow, but I still feel don't do it as fast. And especially those who are doing social media dating, you know, and they inbox you the first thing, you know, you look so good, so many things, and maybe you're a good person, and the reason why you're not thriving even in the social media dating is because you're bringing in too much, like Grace has said, too much too soon, and it becomes pulling. I just pull off, and I'm like, I don't have time for you. Yes, I mean, we've talked a lot about what they do wrong, and because of time, I just want us to mention a few of some of the things that when they do them, it actually sets in the environment to go to the next stage of discussing now a date, you know, because they've done it so well. Cindy, so we can do that in a few so that we can also conclude at that point.
Yeah, I feel like I can go first because it's like on top of my head. I like guys who are straightforward from the word go. Like, hi Joanna, not hi dear, hi, not hi mama. Hi Joanna, I've seen you, I've liked you, this is what I envision with you. So yeah, can we go out on a date? Can we go out for coffee? Like, be straightforward. I mean, we are both adults. And yeah, I appreciate that. So there are guys who do that, and it's right. Keep doing that.
Wow, be straightforward. Stop meandering. We need to hear you. Yes, Eva.
I think someone who really like is fascinated with who you are, they let you become yourself.
Yeah.
Like more, you know, and that even comes with listening. Like
being a listener.
You,
yeah.
You know? One thing that I love it when someone listens to me, because there are times I would say a lot, I can say a lot. But once you find someone who will like listen constantly and they get you, for me it's good. There are men who really listen, and it's one thing that they do right.
Yeah, being, you know, there are men who can really take over the whole conversation. And they're there to even show off everything they have in their
question and answer it themselves.
Yeah. So, I mean, be listeners. Ladies love. And actually, even when you get even, not only on that pursuit, even when you're dating and even get to marriage, imagine ladies just love being listened to. Generally. So, men, you just have to teach yourself to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, Grace.
For me, as I would always say, it's very simple. Communication, consistency, be honest, allow me to be myself. Don't try to change me into somebody that I'm not. I am me, I am Grace. This is who I am. So if you're coming to my life, you better love me for who I am. Don't try to love me at it. See, Mercy alikuwa hivi, so tena nataka kuwa hivi. No, I am Gracie. I cannot be like that Mercy. So please.
Very true. Yeah.
Allow ladies to be themselves.
Very true, because if this person amekaa kwa mama yake, if it is for 25 years, the mother has not changed her. Who are you to come and change her in 1 year? Like, hajabadilika. They have been who they are. Whether they are rude and they've been in their mother's house, you think their mother and father did not see that? They did. But it basically couldn't be, and you just have to accept that about them and learn how to deal with it, because you've loved this person and you want to see the next stage. So yeah, we wanted to discuss so much, guys. I mean, we're going to have another round because we want to, or rather maybe enlighten you on some of these things maybe you're not aware of, so that you stop being afraid of doing the pursuit, and if you do it, then you do it wrong. So we want you to really know them, and next time I think maybe we will talk about things like the green lights that make us, you know, bend to a certain point of this kind of, you know, man. And before we conclude, I'd love my beautiful ladies, I mean beauty and brains, to finish up and just one by one give a specific or rather summary on what we have discussed. So, tuanze wapi?
Yeah.
It's okay. So, guys, before we come to a close, I would say, guys out there, be simple. We ladies are not complicated. You know, I hear women saying, "Actually, you understand? I'm like, you're complicated." Even you guys are, by the way. You will have to at times to tolerate with you. But anyway, guys, on a serious note, if you want this lady, be yourself. Be yourself. Allow her to be herself. Allow her to express her feelings. Very important. And then, as I told you guys, consistency. Very important. Communication. Manzo ukifanya hivyo bro, utaomox no dem. Utafurahia. You know.
Yeah.
Stop giving girls unclear intention. You know, wacha kumuonyesha kama you're into her and you're not. If you want this, tell her. Kama ni I don't know what is it. Kama ni package unambebe then si ati nakupenda nataka tu hiki tu ni smash ni songe. You know. Be true.
Sikuniletea unaniletea flowers every day and I'm like, what is wrong? And then you tell me you're just a friend.
Yes. Yes. Be clear about intentions. Yeah, that is all I'm saying.
Yeah, wow. Big point there. Very true.
Like,
very true.
Because
these men can actually play around with ladies.
Yes.
They are trying to do this to this one, to that one.
And you actually say no to other guys.
Yes.
That this is the one. So wrong.
No one.
Look at you now. So sad.
Yeah,
I think what
Jordan.
I'd say is be open-minded, guys. As singles, you know, it's pursuit. And sometimes, even when I was looking at a cheetah or a lion chasing a gazelle, sometimes they miss the prey and sometimes they get it. So be open-minded. Don't be offended when you're rejected. I mean, I'm not for that. People often tell me like, Joanna, you seem to be the one breaking hearts out here. But no, if I will not settle for what I am not comfortable in or for.
Yes.
So be open-minded and sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you'll not. Who knows?
Be open-minded.
Yeah,
very key.
Yeah.
Very
Like
key.
you've said everything that could be said. But I can say respect is one thing that is very important. Like, respect every lady you meet. It doesn't matter if she was rude to you or she has a certain behavior or you prejudged her. It is something that you can say is quite sexy if you respect someone. If you show me respect, definitely, hata kama we will not move forward, I will have respect for you in turn. But if I don't see that from you, you know, I will be like, they did not respect me, so they don't really deserve my respect. Yeah, so that is one very key thing. Be yourself and embrace everyone that comes. Unajua unaweza patana na dem, maybe alikuwa high, and you see the bubbly side of her. So wakati yako sober,
She's boring.
So don't make judgments, just go with the flow. If you feel you don't like it, achana nayo too.
True.
Say it out loud.
And respect is important. Actually, respect sustains more than love. Because the more you respect me, the more I get closer to you because I see how you value me through the respect. Wow, so that has been us for today. I mean, I feel like I can go on and on and on and on with these ladies, but well, we have to end it right there. And of course, we believe that you're getting something, especially for the men. And for the ladies, please comment down below and keep on telling us some of these things so that we can educate people out here and make lives easier for everyone around us. And most importantly, for the men, we are telling you, please pursue what the word said. Pursue, overtake, recover, get everything in the rightest way possible. We have already given you what you need to know. And of course, we believe with the wisdom of God, you shall pursue and overtake. So have a blessed day, week, and even month ahead of you. May you be in the right place and may you, come on, lion, may you get that antelope that you desire most. This is Decoding the Process. My name is Martha. Have a good evening.